We often think about diversity in terms of gender, age, or nationality. But to take full advantage of diversity, we need to look beyond these biodemographic aspects and focus on deeper level differences, such as differences in the way people think and their viewpoints. These may not be as easy to detect, but they are critical to understanding how diversity can help organisations be more innovative and competitive. This week, we look at the diverse environments that characterise many organisations, and we learn about different ways to view diversity, which can help us understand its positive and at times negative effects. We also spend time thinking about how to lead diversity effectively, what we should do as leaders to harness the best from our diverse workforce and lessen the chance of any negative effects. Do you work with people from different countries? Do you work with different ages, men and women? I'll ask you to start thinking about these differences differently, and I'll challenge you to start using these differences strategically. There are many approaches to diversity management. One of the most common is diversity awareness training. This aims to educate employees about the benefits of diversity and dispel some myths. It provides accurate information and challenges stereotypes, and it aims to stop participants seeing individuals only as part of a group. It helps them to see someone as an individual with a unique mix of skills and experience. Thinking about our multidisciplinary team example, replacing stereotypes with actual scientific data about individual differences helps lessen the potential for hostile interaction. In addition to countering prejudicial stereotypes, these interventions also help members focus on others as individuals, rather than a nurse or a doctor, who bring a range of experiences, skills, and knowledge to the team. What does this mean for you as a leader? Running diversity awareness training is a start, but there are often other small reminders that need to happen on an ongoing basis, such as talking to people about stereotypes before important decisions are made, like choosing between job applicants. In the case of our example, you as a leader might remind members of the risk of thinking about people only in terms of their profession, and encourage members to spend some time getting to know the unique skills and perspectives of other members. A second approach to dealing with the dilemma of diversity is self-awareness training. You can increase awareness of your own perceptions, biases, and even prejudice through implicit association testing, or by applying the Johari window, which is a process in which others provide feedback to you and you disclose to them about yourself. You'll have the opportunity to complete some implicit association testing at the end of this video. It taps into your subconscious bias by comparing the time it takes you to answer different questions. The results might surprise you. They certainly surprise me. What else can you do as a leader? Another approach to managing diversity is to make sure that employees and managers have meaningful and positive interactions with diverse individuals. The contact hypothesis suggests that interaction changes the way people think, moving them from seeing people in terms of categories to seeing them as individuals. This counters the stereotypes that people may hold about different groups, and it means there is less bias and prejudice. Meaningful contact works best when people are working on important tasks that require cooperation and frequent interaction, and that they hold similar status. Another important change that you can make as a leader is increasing decision-making transparency. Use objective criteria for recruitment and promotion. For example, when addressing candidates, McKinsey used defined scoring criteria for each candidate rather than subjective judgment. Some organisations even remove biodemographic characteristics in job applications. This means that people cannot make assumptions based on categorical differences. Making sure that diversity is recognised as an organisational priority is pivotal to your capacity to lead diversity. A good way to do this is to include diversity-related goals in performance management. For example, at Procter & Gamble, managers' stock options are tied to diversity goals. How does your organisation approach diversity? Is it clear that they value diversity? What about you as a leader? Does your team know, for example, that you value diversity and why? Knowing this can really help us take advantage of diversity. To benefit from diversity, organisations must be able to not only recruit effectively, but also to re-engineer jobs. For example, there is a real shortage of experienced talent in the oil industry. And in order to retain older workers, companies like ConocoPhillips are re-engineering work to make it less physically demanding. According to recruiter organisation Thomas Darrow, accommodations in work designed to attract and retain skilled older workers are one of the biggest trends in recruiting. These approaches may reduce bias and lessen the risks associated with diversity, but they do not necessarily increase our capacity to benefit from diversity. What is the key factor that increases the benefit of diversity? Inclusiveness. Inclusion is the process of valuing all individuals and leveraging their diverse talent, not in spite of their differences, but because of them. Leading inclusively requires a conscious effort to involve all individuals in organisations as a critical component of all functions.